Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here, yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here, we got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell, oh yeah. 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back. Y'all, look how dirty my desk is. With another Big Brother 23 recap and review. Today, we're just going to be talking about what we did and didn't see on the last episode, y'all. I had a very long and stressful day, so I said, you know what? Let me do a Big Brother video because I haven't done one yet. Don't I look tired, y'all? Don't I look tired? So let's get into it, y'all. The title of this episode is, I don't even want to say we're going to title this episode this. What I am going to say is, y'all need to give Big D his flowers, and y'all need to give Big D his flowers now. Okay, we're going to give Big D his flowers now. Just when you thought he couldn't, he didn't. But he said he did. And that's something you have to admire. You know, it's those individuals who continuously, you know, work hard and try, and they put themselves out there. Who's that guy on American Idol? She bang, you know? The guts, the lack of anxiety, the thirst to succeed and to achieve, the mental gymnastics you got to do to make it seem like you did something. I'm going to say that this episode really showed me a different side of Big D. And I felt like, you know what? Maybe we weren't watching the game. Maybe we weren't watching the feeds. Have y'all ever considered that? Let's take a minute and think about that for a second. Maybe it's not him and how he reacted and how he played the game. Maybe we weren't watching. And I want y'all to take that in. I want y'all to sit with that for a second, because I had to come into Jesus moment and I had to watch the show and I had to think to myself, you can't be this confidant. You cannot be this confidant and be wrong. You can't. There's no way you can be this strong in your stance, this verbose, and be wrong. There's no way. So I had to reconsider. Maybe he did do these stuff, and maybe we not giving him his just due. So I guess Big Brother decided, look, we're gonna let these 3 last players tell us why they deserve to win. Now, when Julie came out here with that, Sheila, who's the girl who said Beetlejuice, whatever the girl, she looked like her. When she came out looking like that, talking about the last 3, I was thinking to myself, this is kind of embarrassing. Okay, why are you gonna have them tell us why they should win? What the other 2 gonna say? What are they gonna say? So then they had the nerve. To start with Xavier. I said, okay, now y'all just really disrespecting the other people on the show. This is mean. Okay. So they started with Xavier. Xavier says, look, he came into the house, and basically what his strategy was, sorry, I have my notes right here. Let me move these over, because while I was working, I was writing down these notes too. So Xavier said, look, this is what I did. I came into the house as a lawyer, and I told everybody I was a bartender, okay? And then, you know, because people don't like mental and physical threats. And, you know, I got the washboard abs. My mama said his head not shaped right, but he still does look nice. But he said he didn't sign up for any showmances, which was really cool because this season was high risk, high reward. And actually what we didn't know was that Azah was one of the twists, and she was trying to lure Xavier in to get a showmance. And if she would have gotten it, she would have gotten $125,000. Unfortunately, she did not get it done. Okay, so America's player has failed. She was America's player. And she did fail. So sorry, she did fail. But he said he was a member of the Kings, the Royal Flush, but the most important one was the cookout. And he said that, look, as long as there's a black woman that's going to be crowned, he's excited about that. What his strength was within the cookout was the fact that he was able to keep this thing together. Y'all remember he was mediating between the girls. The only people he couldn't mediate between was Big D and Tiffany, but that's because that's two strong black women's. Okay, in the storage room. Okay, you can't get two strong black women's around food and pastries and stuff like that. That's no. Okay, and alcohol. So he kept them together. He kept it going. Every time somebody was in the fight, it seemed like he was on their side. If somebody was annoyed with somebody, he was annoyed with them too. After that, he said that he threw cops that he needed to throw, and he won the cops that he needed to win. What else did he say? He said the hardest part about this whole game was when he had to lose Alyssa. It was so heartbreaking for she lasted all the way down to the like. What more did you want? He had to let go of Alyssa, and that was the hardest thing he had to do. But mission accomplished. So then he said, "Look, now we are down to the final 6, and he had 2 final 2s. He had one with Big D, and then he had made one with Kylan, right?" So he said, "Look, what he did was he convinced Kylan to put up Tiffany." Okay, and then with Tiffany up and gone, then Hannah goes right out the door with him. So then his strategy was to have 2 final 2s. He got Big D, he got Kylan, so somebody's gonna take him. But he said what really was the pivotal moment for him was when he was able to secure his spot and won that HOH and that veto in the final 4. Because then after that, it was like, look, Big D, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you evoke him? Can you evoke him? Okay. And that's what happened. Okay. Y'all remember when Colin got up in his face and was like, didn't you say your nephew's name is Kobe? Looks like he has nobody to look up to. Yeah, my face, Christy. It looks like he has nobody to look up to. Where's my water bottle? You fake, you phony, you're a fraud. Okay. Your breath stink. Okay. You're not that good of an attorney. Okay. Where's my water? So after that, Xavier gave the things that I thought he was going to give. He gave the examples that I thought he was going to give. He gave nothing special, nothing new. I wish he would have honed in on the fact that he really played a strategic mindset game, because I feel like that's what was missing in his. Because of how the people view him already, I don't know if his answers gave me strong competitive. Like I don't. Will he be able to hold up to Big Brother winners of the past with this answer? I don't know. After that, you got Azah. So y'all, this is my thing. When it came to Azah, my thought process was all Azah got to do is talk about how she played an amazing social game. So much so that she was never put up. Okay. But she took an alternative route. And I'm not going to say I'm mad at it, because I think she gave a strong case. So Azah said, look, she was about to come into the house, and her plan was to be, boom, beast, alpha, female, boom, boom, boom. Girl, she must have thought we was playing games off of Zoom, okay? But she didn't win anything. She couldn't win anything, okay? So what she did, she said, look, okay, since I can't win nothing, I keep falling down, I can't remember stuff, I'm blacking out in the middle of the game. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get close to everybody, because who's going to evict their friend? So what she did was she got very close with the Jokers. She was all the way up in Brittany's, okay? And then she aligned herself with the cookout. Now, the amazing and beautiful thing about the cookout is that she could be an introvert in a room full of extroverts, okay? While everybody's yelling about who got the, she's just quietly picking up the trash, and making sure that everything's okay. So, is this? Oh, that must have been Luke. So she said that because there were such big personalities, in the cookout, she didn't have to do much, okay? I let y'all fight, and then I won't have to deal with any of that. Babe, can you close this door? I don't have to do any of that, which is smart. She said, look, I'm going to let Kylan, Tiffany, and Xavier do all the work. And I'm just gonna sit back and be with Big D, maybe cry a little bit here and there. So she said that one of her major facets to play in the game was that she played an honest game. She didn't backstab, and her integrity was very keen and big to her. So even if it went against the people she was aligned with, she was gonna call you out. Y'all remember they showed her with Tiffy. Why was everybody putting the balls in my sector? There's like, well, I mean, I guess Brittany's close to. So is Brittany close to Big D? Okay, this ain't Phaedra. Okay. So after that, she said, "Look, I caused friction, but overall, the people knew where I stood. When I was trying to self-evict myself over Brittany, the girls knew what was going on with me. When I was sitting here trying to yell at my alliance because I didn't think that they was treating us fair, the people knew where I stood. So no one could call Azah a flip-flopper because she's always been the same way. But what was really important to her was getting to the final six because she knew just off of that, it was a greater purpose. And then if whoever wins, there's going to be the first African-American Big Brother winner, and little black boys and little black girls and little trans, little black theys all around the world can see themselves on the television screen. And that's the powerful moment. Oh yeah, by the way, Xavier said that he's doing this because his brother died, and he said that he will make sure that his son, I think the one that Kylan was trying to talk about, spoke of, that his son won't need anything. Okay. Azah said that she wants to make sure that black people win. She said that what was really exciting to her is that she got her first HOH in the final five, and that's when she did what she had to do. She took out Hannah to secure her spot. Like, it wasn't necessary, but if that's what you're gonna go with, okay, sure, cute. She didn't see the block until final four, and that's when she had to rely on her closest ally. Okay, Big Z. Okay. But she's just excited that she thinks that she could be the first black winner, even if there is going to be a first black winner, but she could be it. She feels it in her soul. And if I'm going to be honest, y'all, some part of me feels it too. Some part of me feels like she could win the thing. Some part of me feels like she could win the thing. So she says that her dad was battling for cancer and she wants the money to help with that. Next, okay, the main event, the moment we all been waiting for it. Okay, the superstar. Okay, if he don't win this, it was rigged. Okay, if he doesn't win this, it was rigged. Okay, Big D, he comes up on here. First of all, Julie, not Julie. Big D ain't nothing to you. And for Julie to come up here and say, now next up is Big D, who hasn't won a single competition yet, but still, girl, you didn't need to say any of that. Okay, that wasn't important. That wasn't imperative to the narrative. Okay, so he gets up there. Let me tell you some of the accolades before we get into what he said. I'm gonna tell you our top tier. Best social game ever played. Bing, bing, bing. Okay. Best house guest, made the whole house fun. Bing, bing, bing. Now, Kylan said that he only made basic things, eggs. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that when Kylan was like, you only make simple things, like eggs, noodles, boiling water. Azah makes the things I can't cook. But he said he's the best cook in the house. His charm and personality and everything was what he needed to get to the end. Okay. He built the strongest connection, strongest friendship. He had final twos with Frenchie. He had final two with Frenchie. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm reading into this incorrectly. He said he had a final two with Frenchie. He had a final two with Kylan. And he had a final two with Xavier. And it wasn't only because he found them attractive. Y'all think he found Frenchie cute? Is that his type? Anyway, but he said his strongest relationship was with Azah. I mean, no one would have known. To be honest, no one would have known. But he said he didn't win any competitions. So what he needed to do is he formed a cookout. Okay, what y'all did, and this is what I'm telling y'all. For him to feel this valid in what he's saying, we missed something. Like, there's no lie that we missed something. It's very clear that we didn't see everything that went on in the house, everything that went on in the feeds, because he started the cookout. And we're giving all these props to everybody else. And Big D sitting here starting the cookout, cooking meals, being the best friend, being playing the best social game. I think we're underestimating him. We need to give him his flowers. Okay. He basically ran the house. Okay. I love how it became, once he started the cookout, then the rest of his narrative was only about the wees, because you didn't do nothing, the cookout did. But what he did say was that making a decision to evict Kylan was the biggest and hardest move. To be honest, it was your only move. You didn't do nothing else throughout. Look at my baby daddy. Oh, look at so cute. He's driving. You didn't do nothing else throughout the game. Your only move was when you even. And to be honest, this is the only time that you ever evicted anybody. And I think that that's kind of unfair that they let you in this house this whole time and you never ever evicted anybody once. This was the first time when it counted is when you evicted him. And you had that man so mad he's sitting here talking about people's nephews. How dare you? Oh, God. Anyway. That was their reasonings. I mean, I don't know what y'all think. Who y'all think deserved to win? Do y'all think that we didn't do enough? We're not giving Big D his flowers? Who y'all think had the best speech? Y'all think the jury cared? We got the first HOH. They was saying on rockets. It was called Bounty Boat. Was it just me, or they was just supposed to sit on it and Big D was like, okay. And it was just like, girl, we know who about to be the first off, because the way you acting, it's not going. It's a no for us, sweetie. Like we knew what was gonna happen, Xavier won. So there's that. Okay, Xavier won, and now we just gotta wait for the rest. Y'all, I'm just excited for this game to be over so we can see Xavier, see the confetti fall on Xavier. We can get this over with. Okay, what y'all think gonna happen? What y'all excited? Did y'all enjoy the episode? Do y'all think we need to give Big D his flowers? And who y'all voting for America's favorite house guest? Okay, because they getting a lot more money. CBS, where does budget come from? Because y'all be acting all stank with the money before. Where does budget come from? Oh, raggedy hell. If you want to know more about me and everything I'm going to find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, or this is definitely not streaming right now. You can find me on Instagram, BusyBlu, and on Twitter, BusyBlu. I said I wanted to do it. People's like, well, you busy. Here you go. Oh, raggedy show. I'm about to go get busy, and you guys stay busy. Till next time.